The final tutorial in our set for CameraRC, and it covers bracketing and interval shooting. Note that bracketing is not supported on all Nikon cameras or supported in the same manner. For a complete description of the bracketing capabilities for your camera, please see your Nikon manual. Going to the bracketing tab, the first thing required to use auto bracketing is to check the Enable Bracketing checkbox at the top of the form. This turns on the auto bracketing operation. Next, the auto bracketing set control is used to select the method of auto bracketing that will be used. This can be set to AE only, flash only, white balance, etc. Depending on your camera model, you'll have different settings available. Notice that white balance mode can only be used when JPEG images are being captured. White balance bracketing is disabled for NEF or NEF plus JPEG images. The auto bracketing M control determines how controls interact when in AE only or AE and flash mode. I would suggest you study this topic in your Nikon manual if you require more information. The bracketing order sets what order your sequence of shots will be taken in, either in the same as the auto bracket. In other words, for example, if you're plus and minus 3, they'll go plus 3, minus, it'll go plus side, minus side, or negative to positive, which will be in a singular direction. We'll leave it in negative to positive. The white balance increment just sets how much adjustment will be made to the white balance. Since we're not in white balance mode, that is not enabled. The exposure increment gives the exposure increment on either side, and we can see we're set to 1 EV, and if we look down here on the bracketing display, you can see that at one stop apart you're getting shots, which is what these little lines indicate, and we're taking plus 3. We could switch to plus and minus 3, and as you can see, then you'll get one shot on either side of the correct or the normal exposure. Below the bracketing display is the remaining bracket shots to be taken. With white balance bracketing, this does not apply, as only one shot will be taken. Now I'll demo a bracket shot sequence. As you can see, I've got the number of shots set to 3 just to keep things simple. So we can just go and take single shots to fulfill our bracket, one at a time, which is what I'm going to do first. And you'll see that we'll end up with 3 shots of varying exposures. I can also alternately shoot using the shot count. So we'll select and remove these images, and we'll set the shot count to 3. And now if we shoot, we should get 3 images taken, each at the differing bracket setting. And as you can see, that's what we got, and we have 3 images. We can go and we can look at the image tags. You can see there's the exposure compensation setting for each of the images. So let's see how those change. If we're on the first image here, that one's at plus 1 EV. The one in the middle is at 0 EV. And the first image taken is at minus 1 EV, which is what we'd expect going from minus to plus. So we'll close that. Notice that if you are using bracketing with live view, you must use single shots, as the shot count is not currently supported with live view. So next we're going to move on to interval shooting. So I'm going to turn off bracketing and put my shot count down, and we'll clear out our images here again. And we'll go to interval mode. So interval mode is available with CameraRC on all Nikon cameras. CameraRC does not change interval settings on the camera, but controls the intervals directly from the computer. There are 3 interval modes available on CameraRC. These are start-stop time, set time length, and number of shots. Notice that the settings you will need to make with each interval mode are highlighted in yellow. I will demo interval shooting using the number of shots mode. With all interval modes, the first thing you must do is set the shot interval time. That is the time between shots. We recommend a minimum of 5 seconds. And here you can see you can set it up to multiple hours if desired between shots. So I'm going to leave it at 5 seconds. And the second thing we need to do is to set the number of shots to be taken. So that's the shot count, which is what I'm setting. So I'm going to set the shot count to 6 in this case. So we'll be taking 6 images. Now that we've got the interval set and the shot count set, we start the interval shooting by pressing the start button right here. We press this after about 5 seconds. The first shot will be taken, and then you'll get one every 5 seconds. Notice that the start button turned into a stop button, which I can use to stop the shooting at any point in time. Also, while shooting intervals, CameraRC allows additional captures to be taken. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as this one finishes, I'm going to shoot another one. So I got an in-between shot as well. If we look at the thumbnails, we will see the images that have been captured. And there we go, and you notice there's 7. I took one in between. And so the other modes that are available in interval mode are start-stop time, which allows you to set the start time, date, and time, and the stop date and time for your interval, and the set time length, which allows you to set the number of days, hours, and minutes in length that you want to shoot. So this concludes our tutorial on bracketing and interval shooting. I invite you to visit the CameraRC.com website and to download a trial copy of CameraRC. I'm sure you'll find it a useful addition to your Nikon toolset. Thanks again for watching.